6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lal Malavarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The government is to construct one factory in each divisional secretariat area under the vision of Prosperity Policy Manifesto. 2 trial at bars to try bond scam suspects. Attorney at law Hijaz Hizbullah and principal of the Madrasa school Muhammad Shakil have been remanded. Laws will be strictly imposed against persons who destroy forests. Sri Lanka's coronavirus death toll climbs to 430. News overseas. NASA's astrobiology perseverance makes historic Mars landing. And those are the headlines. The government is to construct one factory in each divisional secretariat area under the vision of Prosperity Policy Manifesto. The government's aim is to start factories in rural areas in order to provide more job opportunities to the youth. A special discussion in this connection was held at the Ministry of Industries yesterday under the patronage of Ministers Vimal Weerawansa and Namal Rajapaksa. Ceylon Industrial Development Board has already conducted a feasibility study to start industries in rural areas. The Chief Justice has appointed 2 trial at bars for the hearing of the bond scam cases involving the 2 Treasury bond auctions in March 2016. The Attorney General requested for a trial at bar for the case on February 11, 2021 to try former Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayake, former Governor of Central Bank Arjun Mahendran, Arjun Aloysius and 7 others with regard to the relevant trial. Subsequently, on February 15th, he made a request for another trial at bar to hear the relevant case. Accordingly, Chief Justice Jayantha Jayasuri has appointed 2 separate trial at bars to hear the case. The first trial at bar consists of High Court Judges D. Thotawatta, Manjula Tilakaratne and M. Izzadeen. The second trial at bar consists of High Court Judges Amal Ranaraja, Namal Balalle and Aditya Patabendige. State Attorney Law General's Coordinating Officer, State Counsel Nishara Jayaratna. Attorney at law Hijaz Hizbullah and principal of the controversial Madrasa school Muhammad Shakil have been placed under remand custody until March 3rd. The duo was brought before the Fourth Magistrate Priyantha Liyanage yesterday. The Attorney General yesterday instructed that the lawyer who had been in the custody of the Criminal Investigation Department for nearly 10 months be produced before the court. Based on investigations of the CID, the Attorney General has found Hizbullah a suspect of misconduct or other means of inciting racist animosity or malicious or hostile feelings between different ethnic groups or ethnic or religious groups under the Prevention of Terrorist Act. He was also charged with allegations of incitement of national, religious or racial hatred, which are compounded by incitement to hostility or violence as per the International Law on Civil and Political Rights Act. The Attorney General has directed the Inspector General of Police to name Hijaz Hizbullah a suspect in the offences and obtain a statement from him before producing him before a magistrate court. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Defence Secretary General Kamal Gunaratne says that the laws will be strictly imposed against the people who destroy forest reserves. He said that information has been received that certain individuals are destroying forest reserves and misusing state power. The Air Force is conducting special operations to identify forest destruction. Information has been received that permits to destroy forests have been issued with the knowledge of state officials. The Defence Secretary said that the armed forces are paying special attention in this regard. Police are also conducting special investigations into the places of forest destruction. The Director General of Health Services has confirmed 8 more COVID-19 related deaths, bringing the death toll in the country due to the virus to 430. The Health Ministry says another 243 persons have treated or tested positive for coronavirus, increasing yesterday's tally of new cases of 501. All new cases are close contacts of infected patients from the Paliyagoda cluster. This brings the total number of COVID-19 cases from Minuwangoda, Paliyagoda and prisons clusters to 74,371. Women Parliamentarians Forum stated that they will stand for the rights and job security of Bimshani Jasin Arachi, who has been promoted to the post of the first Deputy General of Police, setting aside political differences until justice is done. The chairperson of the Women Parliamentarians, State Minister Dr. Sudarshini Fernandopoulos, condemned the challenge to the appointment of the Bimshani. She stated this at a media briefing held in Parliament yesterday. Dr. Fernandopoulos said she believes that if Sri Lankan women were to be recruited into the police, they should have the right to receive their promotions regularly. Deputy Chairperson of the Forum, State Minister Dr. Sita Arambepola, condemned the involvement of certain groups in the legal action challenging the post of DIG Bimshani Jacinta Arachi, and urged all women in this country as well as all parents who wish their daughters' success to unite. Speaking at the event, Deputy Chairperson of the Forum, Parliamentarian Rohini Vijayaratna, said that it was disgusting for the male community in the country to oppose the promotion of Bimshani for performing her duties properly. And that's local news.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Examination Department announced that GCE Ordinary Level Examination 2019 recorrection results have been issued. Examinations Commission said that the results can be viewed by logging in to the Examinations Department website www.doenets.lk. And that came to you in Top News.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
In Washlight, wild animals and stray dogs in Matale have become a great nuisance for the public. A litter of dogs have been set loose by many residents at schools, temples and public places at nights, residents of the area said. These stray dogs at schools have bitten school children in many instances. Monkeys that are loitering in the town too bite small children. The residents in the Matale district urged relevant authorities to take steps to control the situation. And that came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. First, NASA's astrobiology Perseverance makes historic Mars landing. Thousands of turtles rescued from Texas cold. US says ready for talks with Iran over nuclear deal. And those are the headlines. The American Space Agency has successfully landed its Perseverance rover in a deep crater near the planet's equator called Jezero. Engineers at NASA's Mission Control in California erupted with joy when confirmation of touchdown came through. The six-wheeled vehicle will now spend at least the next 2 years drilling into the local rocks looking for evidence of past life. Jezero is thought to have held a giant lake billions of years ago. Around 4,700 turtles have been saved from the deadly U.S. winter storm by a rescue center in Texas. The freezing conditions have left the reptiles cold, stunned, and in danger of drowning. The Herculean task has been made even more difficult because of the center sea turtle in South Padre Island is dealing with no electricity. The United States yesterday said it was ready to talk to Iran about both nations returning to the 2015 agreement that aimed to prevent Tehran from acquiring nuclear weapons, seeking to revive a deal that Washington abandoned nearly 3 years ago. Iran reacted coolly to the U.S. idea, which was conveyed by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken during a video conference with his British, French and German counterparts gathered in Paris. And that's World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In development news, Trade Minister Bandula Gunawardena says that 8 new towns will be built in Homagama under the guidance of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The project, which is being implemented under the Vision of Prosperity Policy Statement, is called Future Development Projects in Mahinawatta of Homagama. The minister further said that the Mi Goda Wholesale Exchange Centre, Godagama Agricultural Centre, Diagama Sports City, Homagama Knowledge Focus City, Barava Biodiversity Eco City, Homagama Large Room Supermarket, a garment city in the Godagama Ingiriya zone, and an export city in Kathuduwa will be set up under this project. And that was development news. In sports, the Sri Lanka Volleyball Federation organised National Super League Volleyball Championship for men and women will commence tomorrow at the Dadella Volleyball House in Galle. Ceylon Biscuits, as the main sponsor for the championship, will award the Munchie Trophy for the winners of the both categories. And that came to you in sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Minister Mahindananda Alutgamge says that a kilogram of rice will be given at a guaranteed price of 97 rupees for the people at the forthcoming Sinhala and Tamil New Year. The government has allocated 23,000 million rupees to purchase paddy this season, which is the highest amount allocated in history. And that was Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news. courtesy of
Just move on real time, save more, LOLC real time. Paying the premium for transactions, simply save now real time. Day night, no trouble for your transactions. LOLC real time. Download LOLC Finance real time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and more benefits.
Sri Lanka will jointly develop a tank farm in Trincomalee with Lanka IOC, a publicly traded unit of Indian Oil Corporation, Petroleum Minister Uday Gamanpilla said. The tanks built by the Imperial British administration during the World War II were unused for over half a century until an administration headed by then Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe invited Indian Oil to be a fuel distributor with one-third ownership of common use facilities. India and Sri Lanka have identified energy partnership as one of the priority dimensions of their cooperation, the minister added.
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Finally, in the weather report, the Met Department says the showers will occur at times in eastern and northern provinces. Fairly heavy falls, above 50 millimeters, can be expected at some places in Mullaitivu and Trincomalee districts. Showers will occur at several other places in north central and Uva provinces. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in central, Sabrakamu and Uva provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts during the morning hours too. Before we wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. The government is to construct one factory in each divisional secretariat area under the Vision of Prosperity Policy Manifesto. 2 trial at bars to try bond scam suspects. Attorney at law Ijaz Hizbullah and principal of the Madrasa School, Mohammad Shakil, have been remanded. Laws will be strictly imposed against persons who destroy forests. Sri Lanka's coronavirus death toll climbs to 430. And with that, we conclude this morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.